finally live. Hey guys. 5 minutes behind. I was trying, I promise. Whew. I was trying to vacuum my house, you guys, because I did not do that yesterday, and it desperately needs to be done. Uh-oh. Hey, good morning. Afternoon. Depending on who's on and what time frame you're in. Hey, everybody. I'm going to get comfy here in my chair.
There's a nail on my foot.
Why do you have a nail on your foot?
I don't know, but there's a nail on my foot. See?
Hey, Shannon, good morning. Are you
Morning,
not
everybody.
loving your house? I saw you sent me a Marco Polo. I haven't caught up on it yet.
Hi, everybody.
Ow,
I'm
got my
mom
hair.
number 2.
Ha ha ha. 5 minutes late. I was trying to vacuum. I got half of my house done. Not the other half, though. So half is still just a blanket of dog hair. Hello, hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello.
Sound like robots.
Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend so far. Kicking it off. It has been rainy and dark and yucky out here in
I'm
North
tired.
Carolina all week, and it's like beautiful and sunny today. It's amazing. You can always ask for prayer, of course. How can we pray for you? Always, always ask for prayer. If you guys ever need anything, prayer, discipleship, any of the things, aphomechurch.com is the home church page. You can always go there, contact us. There's messaging, there's resources, there's all kinds of stuff. Links to church, the sermons, all the stuff is on aphomechurch.com.
Is Dad on yet?
I don't know if Daddy's getting on. He's trying to work.
Okay.
Brandon has a million things to do to get ready for church tomorrow. We've got noon Eastern time, so same time right now tomorrow, on our Facebook group for church service. We're in 2 Corinthians, and he is digging through a lot. So we have that going on. And then we have our kids service. Okay, Daddy is here. We have our kids service at 6 p.m. and we're switching up a little bit this week how we do it. I think it's gonna be fun though. So I've got all of that recorded and ready to go. That'll be tomorrow at 6 Eastern. And then at 8:30, we have our bi-weekly evening service. So tomorrow we've got tons of stuff.
Dad says he's coming back.
Okay, you can brush your teeth yet.
Yes, I did.
No,
In
you
the
didn't.
bathroom.
No, you didn't.
I just ate food. So now they're stuff.
We've got a lot going on tomorrow. So you guys, we'd love to have you come join us. Again, if you go to aphomechurch.com, all the links are on there. We've got a lot going on tomorrow that I'm super excited to share with you all. Oh, Shannon, that's so amazing. I think there's something so awesome
Shannon
about
got a new house, right?
yeah. That moment, like when you start getting your stuff out and things getting settled, I think it's just so super exciting. We've moved 16 times
16.
since we got married 15 years ago. This is as long as we've ever lived anywhere, and we've been here for going on 5 years. So this is as long as we've ever lived anywhere. It's crazy. But it's funny how being in the same spot, actually, I'm like, I kind of miss like the process. Like you have to keep things so together when you move constantly. And so things aren't.
I want to move to see a new place, but I also don't want to move because I have a lot of memories from this house, but I also want to go to a new house.
Yeah.
Because our house is broken.
Our house is very
Quite
broken.
literally.
It's old. Hasn't been well cared for. You can tell it's been a rental for too long. Is what it is.
I
Who
kind of
knows?
want to fix it up, though.
It's fun to fix it up. I love fixing up houses.
Ooh.
I don't.
Wait, I thought we were going to pay someone to fix it.
We wouldn't do the work ourselves.
No, that'd take weeks.
Weeks. Yeah, it takes a while.
Well, yeah, but it'd take like actually a month for us and a couple weeks for them.
What's Virginia? I don't know. Can you get Virginia?
She said like
I don't know
or
what
something.
she's doing, but she's playing. What is it? The little
keyboard
keyboard
baby
thing you guys have. Like angry. I don't know. Sounds pretty crazy.
It
You guys
might be the
probably- I
war
don't think you can hear it.
drums.
The war drums.
Probably.
So anyways, here we get on, say hey. I think nobody wants to hang out with us today because there's 4 people on. I know one is Daddy, one is Shannon. I don't know who else is
Where
still
are the
on.
other people?
I don't know. I wonder if it's another one of those days that YouTube isn't notifying people. Oh, there's one more. Because sometimes YouTube doesn't put out the notifications, and then we realize that we just sit here and we're like, do. Hi, everybody. Tiffany's on. Hey,
Hi,
Tiff. How are you guys? It's like sunny and beautiful in North Carolina, so now I'm kind of afraid that it's like freezing and cold in Southern California, because that seems to be the way it goes.
Kind of rainy. What?
Hey, Sherry and Purdy family in the car, hopefully allowing your dad
Journey
to sleep.
Through Seasons, Sherry?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, Sherry.
I know, Shannon. I was telling Brandon earlier this week
Shannon wants
because
to hang out with us.
that's what I'm trying to respond to. We had somebody, like 2 other people, I think, just come join the home church, and they're in Florida as well. And I was like, you know what? We're just gonna have to do a Florida.
Oh, what were you doing in there?
It's pretty crazy. I was like, we're gonna have to do a Florida like tour or something, because there's so many people in Florida.
Well, bye everybody. I'm gonna play with you.
You're gonna go play. Okay, bye. Love you.
Do the thing.
Have fun. We're done.
See you in an hour.
65 in Southern California yesterday. It's a little bit warmer today. It's not nearly as cold. I don't know. I don't remember what it's like though. But yeah, I'm thinking we need to do like a Florida road trip or something, because there's so many people. I don't know what they're doing in there, you guys. They sound nuts. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's so cool. I know. I was saying that, like I was showing Brady. I was like, and they've got their big old yard. Oh my gosh, we'd have so much fun. We'll just all come down there. I say all that, and I wish. I mean, we don't even all fit in our car. And our car's having issues, so it's not like I could drive to Florida right now if I really wanted to. And with Brandon's neck, he cannot sit in a car. It's crazy, like with all of his issues. 72 in South Texas. Oh my goodness. Hey, Toppy. Of course, all of the plants. Yes. I had to do emergency surgery on one of my pots last night that one of my plants is in, because it's one of the really nice ones that has like the whole reservoir that you can put the water in so it can like continue to water. And I didn't realize it, but a kid or something must have bumped it and the whole thing cracked. And so water was dripping down. Brandon was downstairs in his office and water was like dripping down through the floors. He was like, what is going on? And so we figured out it was all from my plant. And I was like, no, what's wrong? I can't believe my pot broke. So I was hot gluing it last night and putting it all back together. Yes, all of my plants. They all got some water and are happy, happy plants, because we know I don't have enough of them. Yeah, Brandon can't do, like, okay, Brandon used to always throw a fit, and let's be for real, that's what it was, that he refused to do car trips anywhere. He only would fly because he loves flying, and he's not he didn't do road trips as a kid. Like, that wasn't like a thing. They did a couple little things, but not really. I love road trips. Love them. We used to do like cross-country road trips. I always had so much fun. My aunt and uncle always made it like so fun and exciting. We'd go to all the national parks and do all of the things. I love them. And then when I finally got Brandon to go places in a car, it was when we were living in Savannah, Georgia, but working in the Florida Keys nearly every weekend. So we were driving from Savannah, Georgia to the Florida Keys back to back to back with little kids driving through the night. And we did this for years. It was insanity. It was awful. And so he's like, see, I will never do a road trip ever, ever, ever again. I really did ruin him. It was pretty awful. But now with his disability in his neck and his issue and problems he has, he literally cannot sit and cannot. That's why we were always like, man, Lord, if you want to provide like a RV or something, so that way we could go places, but he could get up and move and, you know, be able to do all the different things he has to do to keep himself even somewhat functioning. It would have to be something like that, because there's no way he could last. Honestly, even flying, like, I don't know if you could sit in a plane. Like, you would have to be those like really short little flights, like when we flew down. I mean, Florida would work because it's like a 30-minute flight. But there's no way I think he can even handle like to fly cross country. Even that would be so hard, trying to be in a seat for hours. He's a mess, you guys. I don't know what to do with him. I know, Tathy, I wish you guys could road trip out here. Yeah, honey, I don't think you could do the flights. Honestly, I really don't. Because then there's nowhere to get up even and go and, move around. At least in a car, even, you could stop every couple hours and get out and do something. I could with stops in Texas, yeah. You say that. You say that now. You just want to stop in Texas because they have In-N-Out. We're Southern California kids, so we definitely miss our certain foods like In-N-Out. So when we were in Texas a couple of years ago for a wedding, we ate In-N-Out literally at every single meal. We ate so much In-N-Out while we were there, making sure we got our fill. Yeah. So anyways, what are everybody? I know, Taffy, I hope so. That would be so much fun. I hope you guys all had a good week. We actually had vlogs back this week. I feel like we accomplished so much. I know, and that's what's so hard. I'm like, I wish you all could come here and hang out with us. Sherry and her family, they're headed here right now for the weekend, which is super exciting. That's why we say, I mean, our house is always open. It is so hard. I feel like for so long, we didn't have the ability to go many places. Just with, when you own your own business, like, you don't get time off. I mean, you work, and when you're not working, you don't have money. Like, it's difficult to be able to, have time off to go play things. But now, I mean, with him, he's such a hot mess. I mean, poor guy. I just feel so bad. I mean, he honestly, he can't sit, he can't stand, he can't do this, he can't do that. So I'm like, honey, I don't know. Literally, unless we had an RV that he would have the ability to get up, to lay down, to do all the different things he needs to do. Like, there's no way we could easily travel. Lord willing, he'll provide if that's what he wants us to do, but he's a mess. So I love the idea of everybody come over here and hang out with us. We could camp, we could do all kinds of fun stuff. I think it would be cool if we could have like a little piece of property and set up like a family, like, step away from the world, plug into the word, like family campground, Bible study, like focus. I think that would be so awesome. So who knows what the Lord might allow us to get to do. You're good, Shannon. Shannon's busy trying to unpack and get her life in order. So they've been moving and having to live out of a hotel and wait for all the things to happen, and that's so stressful. Moving is hard. Cross-country train rides. I wonder if you could do that, because that would allow you to get up and move and do a lot of different things. I want to take a trip on a train so bad. The only train I've ever been on is the little train at like Knott's Berry Farm. And and I did a train ride in the Grand Canyon when I was a kid, I think. Yeah, I think I did make everybody mad this week because like nobody wants to come hang out with me this week. Everybody's like, yeah, no, we'll pass, thanks. But a cross-country train ride, that could be really cool. It is funny because we got back to vlogging this week, our homeschool stuff, and we got back on track, like with getting up early and not early, but up on time and school right away and like all of the stuff. Like we did so good, and I was getting videos done and all of the stuff. Still have other things I need to work on, but I was getting done. No, but I mean, you only hang out and chat for most of this, so I'm pretty sure that I probably ticked everybody off this week, and that's why nobody wants to come hang out and talk with us. I kind of noticed a couple times this week, and like a couple of the things that just kind of came up in thought, like with whatever I was talking about, and I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna get comments, I'm gonna get messages, I just know it. But so far, I thought everything was okay, but maybe I just made people so mad that they're like, nope, I'm not even gonna comment, I'm just gonna leave. It's always the weird part when you get on YouTube, the dislikes on videos. And I'm like, what did you dislike? Like, what was in this that you were so upset about and you didn't like? Like, I wish when people dislike stuff, they'd at least tell you why. Because there's some videos that people get upset about. I'm like, what in that made you mad? Like, I didn't even say anything to get mad about. Oh, Toppy, you met your husband on the Amtrak train the day after Thanksgiving. He gave me his turkey sandwich. Yes, and that's when you're like, marry this man. Anything for a turkey sandwich. That's amazing. We've never lived anywhere where, like, I guess in Charlotte there were some but we've never really lived anywhere that like, oh, just take the train, was like a common thing, I guess. Heck, in California where we grew up, like I don't even know where the closest train was. Pretty far away. I don't even know. Tiff, do you know where out there? Maybe there's one somewhere, but we didn't grow up where you're even around anything like that. So I always thought the idea of traveling by train was like so cool. My stepdad, though, he's retired now, but he was a train conductor. Yeah, I guess down in Palm Springs, huh? But he's been retired from that since him and my mom got married. I wonder how many years have they been married? I don't know, 10-ish? Have they been married? Maybe I don't know if they've been married for 10 years yet. This is awful. See, I don't remember. I think it's around that window, around 10 years maybe. But he was retired from the train stuff since then. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. But anyways, he loves watching all those videos. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's so many. There's even a channel on like the Roku and stuff like that, but there's so many things of just video footage of the scenery and stuff that you see by train. And he loves watching those like all over different places. And I just think they're so cool. I think that would be so awesome to travel by train. I feel like I'm living 100 years ago or something. I think that would be cool. Maybe we'll have to look into that. Wonder if we could get Brandon to take like one small trip by train and we could like see how that went. And we could figure it out. My dad always talks about coming, like he always would talk about wanting to come out here, but come out here by train. I think that would be fun. Yeah, I'm thinking I made everybody mad this week. Wonder what it was. Wonder what it was that made everybody mad. Probably because I said it's our job to take care of things. That usually does it. Did you say you would do that, Brandon? What? Okay. P.S. Amtrak Vineyard Tour, 2 days up the coast with wine tastings. Okay, yeah, sign me up. Okay, guys, Brandon just said that he would totally do that. So we might now seriously have to look into train tickets. That would be so cool. I think that would be so much fun. Ooh, another idea that I think would be cool is Travis, Lex's husband, which if you guys watch Are Mary More Than Martha's or part of the home church, you know who they are. But he was talking about how somebody that he met at work or whatever and was talking to, they were talking about raising and selling alpacas as pets. How cool would that be? So then I started researching into it. And I totally think that we should, on the little homestead, get some alpacas and start raising them and selling them as pets. And that could be like our kind of side hustle, support ministry, do all the things. But then how cool would it be? Because then when you guys all come over to visit, you could come over and we could like have a ton of fun playing with the chickens and the alpacas. I think that would be super cool. And I know a few of you are super handy with like knitting and crocheting and all of the cool, artsy type things. So then every year when we share our alpacas, we can have all kinds of wool and stuff for you guys too. So I think we should totally do that. And I just have to get Brandon on board. So I'm working on him. Ooh, there's an Amtrak from here to you. Looked into it for me and Dad to travel to see you guys next year. That would be so awesome, Tiff. Hey, Karen, good morning. We're pretty sure everybody's mad at me this week, Karen, and I've ticked everybody off or something because nobody wants to come hang out and chat with us, apparently. So I'm sure there's something. Nope, not you. Karen, you were looking at train tickets to come down to visit. Oh, well, I guess you did have. Brandon had 2 podcasts this week. We were trying to get back on track with having a couple podcasts come out. So we could do gardening together. That would be awesome. Yeah. So we've got that. Brandon's posted some really great stuff in the church this week, 2 different sermons and stuff that you guys should come join us and check out because they're fantastic. I can't find your station. That's not on there yet. We're just talking about it, trying to do something. So yeah, we've got, and we will be starting. Okay. I know there's a lot of things. So it's, for Amtrak. Okay. I think in Asheville. I think the closest one is in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm pretty sure. Because there's nothing like right where we are, but don't make fun of me. So today we have this, obviously. tomorrow in our home church group, which we keep a private group on Facebook so everybody can come in and chat. We have 3 services tomorrow. Every other week we have 3, and it's super exciting. One at noon, which is the main like church service in 2 Corinthians. Then at 6 p.m. Eastern, we have the kids service, which I'm really excited about. I did it differently this week, and I'm really hoping it's going to work well. And then at 8:30, we have our bi-weekly evening service with Travis. So guys, come and join us for that tomorrow. And then I've got a homemaker video. It was kind of a disaster, but I got a homemaker video to go up on Monday, and then we'll be continuing on with our homeschool vlogs throughout the week. But then we have a separate channel for our home church here on YouTube that we started a while back, and we were doing stuff on it, and then we stopped for a while. But we really want to get back to putting more stuff on the home church YouTube channel, and it's going to be more just like specific studies and topics and kind of diving in deeper to things. A lot of stuff we keep private, the things that like Brandon does a lot of lives and discussions and things like that in the home church group. So all of that stuff will still stay there, but we're going to kind of open up some more like very specific studies and things like that we're going to start adding to that home church YouTube channel. So A&P Home Church here on YouTube. If you guys aren't subscribed to that already, you might want to go check out, because we're going to start adding to that. So we've got our first one, kind of an introduction to a fleeing immorality type requested topic that we've been working on. Some of the things are going to be more sensitive topics like this one, but that's getting ready. I'm going to get that put up for this week. So anybody on there, that's where all that stuff's going on. So heads up for all of the things. I feel like we've been doing so many things here lately. It's kind of hard to keep up sometimes with all of the different things. So we're trying to make sure we keep it as streamlined as possible. The view from here is nice, Heidi, you, but also the plants. Yes, all of my plants. This window we have this big like 3-pane window here in our living room space, and the best ones with the way the light comes in. And so I just have like a suction cup phone holder on the glass, and it makes it so easy. And then all my plants are living in here this winter because this is our warmest room with the most light. So to keep my plants happy. How does Lucy not destroy your plants? Lucy is Lily's cat. Ever since she was a kitten, I would shoo her away from my plants. So I always would get on her for it. I would put like little pebbles and rocks on some of the plants and things. I do have one plant over here that she from time to time will try to climb into and use as a litter box. I'm not lying. It's awful. So I don't know. I feel like because I always was on her since she was a kitten to stay away from my plants and not mess with them, she really doesn't mess with them very often. It really is. She's what, 2.5 years old, and so now, yeah, she really for the most part just kind of leaves them be. It really isn't a big deal for her for most of the time. Like I said, every once in a while she'll be a little sneaky, but I think just because I've always been consistent about it, I take my plants seriously. I know y'all know that. I think since I've always been really consistent with it, she just is like, well, yeah, she's 9 months, so you can totally still train her and just keep working at her. You can do the squirt bottle trick where you have the squirt bottle and keep it on stream and just give her a squirt every time you see her trying to mess with it. And I do keep mine. It did help, I think, when I keep my plants kind of close to one another a lot of the time. And especially when she was little, I kind of kept them all in one area. So it was easier versus if they were spread out all over the place and I was having to pay attention to like a million different places. I kind of kept mine together so that way I could keep her, kind of train her and like, hey, you don't mess with that. You don't touch that. Although the girls have tried to put plants in their room a few times and she would totally eat and destroy them every single time. So I was like, okay, I don't know what to tell you. You can't have plants in your room. They also would make a mess and forget to water them and a few other things. So it didn't work out on multiple levels. But when the plants are in their room, Lucy is like she apparently all bets are off if the plants are in there and she doesn't listen. But my plants, they work out okay. So that's what I'm worried about. My cat loves when you spray her. Oh, well, maybe don't do that then. We had a cat when I was a kid. We called her Dharma, like from Dharma and Greg. My aunt and uncle watched that show, and so we would like watch it as kids. I really don't remember a ton of it. It's probably an awful show, but we loved Dharma and Greg when I was a kid. And so we named this like fluffy gray kitten. She was super fluffy and she was gray. We named her Dharma. And she loved the water. When you would go to, we loved that show. I remember things with it, but I'm sure as an adult now, if I watched it, I'd be like, oh my goodness, why did I love that show as a kid? But I totally did. But she loved the water. If you were going to get a shower, you would have to like race into the bathroom and shut the door, because anytime the door was open, she would try to get into the toilet, the shower, the sink, like anything. She loved the water. She was a nut. So yeah, I remember my mom with her, because my mom always had a lot of plants. My mom and dad both, but my mom always had a lot of plants. And the spray bottle did not work with her either, because she liked it. And that was no good. So it is what it is. Is anybody doing anything fun this weekend? Besides obviously hanging out with us for church tomorrow, because hopefully that's what all of y'all are planning to come do. Yeah, nobody wants to talk to us today. I think I made everybody mad. I know Shannon's here, but she's still trying to unpack and do her stuff. Brandon is trying to be ready for church tomorrow, and he has like a million things to do. So he's apparently doing real life stuff. And I guess we're just not very interesting this week. That's cool. That's cool. It can't be interesting every week. Hopefully church isn't like this. Oh, yay. Yeah, Sherry's driving because they're on their way up here. I was going to say that's what we're doing this weekend. So Sherry and them are coming up, which we're super excited for because we haven't seen them in a while. And then Lex and Travis and their kiddos are going to come up because they wanted to come up and meet Sherry and everyone. So, oh yeah, Brandon, I didn't tell you. Sorry. So sorry, Brandon, I kind of left you out of that one. They're all on their way up though. It's a good thing he's trying to get his work done because how many kids are we going to have? There's 7, 8, 9, so 9 kids here in the next little bit. Yeah, sorry, hun. So, okay, part of the reason, I guess, why I didn't even think to tell you. Okay, well, one, Brandon's been really busy, you guys. He's trying to get ready for church. And so he's really, really busy. And so I'm trying not to bother him with all of my things. But I have to share and brag a little bit on my friend here for a second. So my friend, okay, he didn't know Sherry was coming. I didn't say anything that Lex was and Travis and the kids, they were coming up. Shannon never wants to move again. Moving is awful. Okay, so Lex spoiled me, you guys, and this is so stinking cool, but I have to share because it's really, really cool, and I probably should have brought it in here so I could show you all. Maybe I'll go grab it real quick. Let me go grab it because it's really exciting and maybe you guys would care about it. You guys, I'm so excited for Kids Church tomorrow because we're doing it differently, so I want you all to be there so that way we can see if it's any good. I'll just carry you guys with me real quick. And then I'll come sit back out here. So you're going to go on a tour of my house. Well, not really, because you probably can't see anything. I want to brag on my friend real quick because it's really, really exciting stuff. So hold please as you get drugged through my house and into my bathroom. Come on, Jerry boy. Hold please, everyone. This is exciting stuff. Hopefully my grumpy daughter will not be grumpy. Well, you have no excuses. No being grumpy. Stuff is important. Okay, hold on. Come on. Look out, Jerry boy. Dog in the hallway. Turn around. No, come on, Karen. We're gonna get Karen down. Should I go back, Brandon? No. Okay, so let me share with you. Hi, Jerry. Now you're in here. So my friend spoiled me. I shared with you guys the stuff this week that their neighbor was getting rid of. So we got a coffee pot and new pots and pans. And it's so exciting. I've had hot coffee this week, which has just been so cool. And I'm joining the current year with everyone else. And I even use the programmable feature so that way So that way we just wake up and there's hot coffee and it's amazing because we haven't had that for a while. And then I have real pots and pans now. So I was cooking dinner last night and it was amazing. Yeah, absolutely. So my friend Lex, who's on here, super, super spoiled me. She's always talking about these products she gets from Tarte.com, and she surprised me with this. And so I'm sharing with you guys because it's so super exciting and my skin feels amazing. And I think most of you will care about this stuff. I haven't been bothering Brandon too much because I know he's trying to prepare for church and he also probably doesn't want to hear me talk about this all the time. So now he can just listen to me tell you guys about it. I keep messaging Lex about how amazing it is. And she's like, I know, right? So I'm going to share it with you guys. Yes, I know you would, Karen. That's why I was like, let me share. Okay, so she gets this stuff from Tarte, which is amazing. Everything is vegan. It's like super, super good stuff. And she was like, no, I'm telling you, you pay attention when they have sales and different things. Like you can get stuff for a steal. And you just keep an eye out and it's really, really good. So she got me this super fancy pretty, see how cool that is? This cool little kit box. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I do wear a little bit and it's nice to have something. And so you open it up. I keep the little protective film on it, but look at all these little palettes it came with. Isn't this cool? So it has all these different with blushes and highlighters and bronzers and all these different eyeshadows, which was so fun. And then in this cool little drawer that you pull out, it has this magnetic case that you can pull out like an individual palette and snap it in here if you want it in the individual thing. I just kept everything all together as one, but if you wanted to pull out just an individual one, you could put it in here. And then it came with this man eater, isn't that what it's called? This mascara that Lex was like, no, I'm telling you, this is my favorite mascara. I love it. When I put it on this morning, I was like, Lex, now I know why you love this. This is really, really awesome mascara. And then it comes with a little like lip gloss type thing too. She also got me, which I didn't grab when I ran into the bathroom, but she also got me like a, they're like these really nourishing sheer lipsticks. So like, but it's very sheer, and very, very like, I don't know, it's just really rich and nourishing. She got me one of those too, only I left it in the bathroom. So you don't get to see that, but so that was really exciting and like super pretty and fun. This though, I feel like I'm almost like so excited about because, I am loving this. It's this like their 7-day skincare challenge. What's it called? The Rainforest of the Sea is like the line, but it's supposed to be 7 days by Taffy. It's supposed to be like 7 days worth of these little packets. But like Lex and I said, I just cut a corner off of the first day's worth of packets. And I'm just using a little tiny bit. And I know I'm going to get way more than 7 days out of these. But it's a cleanser, a serum, and a moisturizer in each of the little packets. Guys, I used it last night and I had to message Lex because I was like, my skin feels amazing. I have not been using anything other than water on my face for a while now, because I felt like I just always was putting so much stuff on my face and it was a mess, but this stuff is like good clean stuff. Oh, okay, Brandon needs to have a meeting with like real life stuff when everybody gets here. Yes, so that's what I've been doing with the serum and just kind of like patting it on. But so I haven't been using much stuff anyways, but this stuff, since I know it's like good stuff that's in here, Karen, check it out. It is, yeah, Brandon's like serious stuff. You're talking about face. I know. I love it. My skin last night, I was dying. I messaged Lex and I was like, you have no idea how amazing this is. I know. Yeah, all the guys will be like, oh, thank goodness we talk about real stuff. But how amazing my skin feels with this. Am I going to look like an Amazon forest? I don't know, Karen, but you're going to feel amazing, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, this Rainforest of the Sea, for real, amazing. And so I messaged Lex this morning and I was like, so I really want to use it again this morning, but I also want to make it stretch and last as long as possible so I don't run out of it. And she was like, no, it's like backloading stuff. Like, go ahead and use it twice and like get as much as you can. So I used it again this morning, and it feels so good. I am loving. It's Rainforest of the Sea by Tarte. Can you see that? Except for it's all backwards for you, so that's probably not very helpful. And then this was just they're just like little sample packets for their 7-day skincare challenge. But yeah, it's the Rainforest of the Sea. There's a deep dive makeup removing gel cleanser, the Rainforest of the Sea DC collagen serum, and then the Drink of H2O hydrating boost moisturizer. But at the same time, I didn't feel like everything was so heavy. Like last night, I was like, oh my gosh, my skin just feels so amazing with this stuff. And then this morning when I went ahead and used it again, and then I just wear like a little bit of BB cream and, you know, whatever. Like I don't wear a bunch of stuff, but I didn't feel like anything was like heavy and greasy, or, you know, because I feel like sometimes you get stuff and then it just ends up feeling like too heavy and greasy and makes your makeup funky and all of that stuff. Totally not the case here. So I am in love. Oh my gosh, Lex, I have been freaking out at my family all week since you guys were here. I was like, you guys, she just got these shoes and already one is missing. And now we're back to the baby not having shoes. Find this stinking shoe. I don't care what you have to do. I want every piece of furniture flipped over. I want everything found. Where is this child's shoe? That's why Brandon is laughing so hard, because I like literally just a couple of hours ago was freaking out on everyone. I'm like, where is the shoe? I am going mad. We must find this shoe. You have no idea. Seriously, it's gotten a little crazy. Thank you for letting me know that you guys have this shoe. I have to go say sorry to my family now. The girls are like, Mom, we swear it's not in our room. We cannot find the shoe. And I'm like, no, find me the shoe, because I put them both on her feet. And when I came upstairs, the shoe was missing and nobody is getting relief until the shoe is found. So sorry, kid is a sinner in need of grace. You guys, Lex brought Ollie these shoes and her little one, Emma, was mad. And she was like, no, those are my shoes. And we're like, no, they don't fit you. Like, you're growing out of them now. Ollie can wear them. And Emma totally did not understand that. But yeah, the shoe has been, because I have the one other one and I have been keeping it on the dryer. And every time I walk like into the pantry or over to the dryer, I'm like, see, still just one shoe. Everybody, come on, find me the shoe. So sorry to my family. Yes, I will have to go apologize to everyone. The shoe has been found. I can now not freak out. Oh, and Lex, heads up, we do have the wooden thingamajigger, whatever it was called, that you needed, and Travis found the timer. So if you'll bring us the stuff that we need here, we'll give you the stuff that was left here. Hey, Trav. Emma took the black shoe home with them. He goes, really? After all of this time, you've had me searching for that shoe. Good to go. I gave him a thumbs up and he goes, he's not happy. Whew. Okay, so that's amazing. Everybody needs to go do the Tarte 7-day skincare challenge. But I'm really excited to see how many uses I can get out of each packet. But I did say this morning, I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of really bummed because when I run out of this, I might cry because I love it so much. Like, I don't know if it seems so much more because I haven't been using anything on my face for so long that it like seems to stand out. Yeah, but only $7. There's something Dorothy about this. Shush, Brandon, you mind your business. Really? Now you gotta. There is something very my mother about my freak out over the shoe. But let's just be for real, you guys. The kid had no shoes. She needed a pair of shoes. My friend was like, hey, I've got shoes in that size. I'll bring them up so your child can have shoes again. And then one goes missing. Yes, and we have one of Jonathan's jackets. Yep. I have to go find it. Is it still hanging up? I feel like I moved it so nobody would wear it. Why didn't I think of that ahead of time? Hey, Trav, remember Jonathan's jacket that was left here? Do you remember that?
I do, but who put it in the coat?
No, because I feel like I moved it so we wouldn't get confused with whose jacket it was. Did I hang it in your room? Okay.
I don't even like that jacket, Jonathan.
No, he's banking on us having that jacket, so now I need to go find that jacket. Restart the dryer. You're walking the opposite direction from the dryer. Trav. Okay. Sherry, I will find that jacket. Because I did. I think I moved it because I was like, I don't want people, like, I don't want Travis to, like, just grab it and wear it and make it dirty or something. Okay, this is hilarious. Whatever. Don't make fun of us. So apparently Lex says, that's right, Lex told me that. And that's where I'm like, $7 to get this kit. You did tell me that. I remember that now, which is awesome because I think I'm going to need to always have it because it's really amazing. But I wonder, too, if it's going to make a bigger impact considering I have been using nothing on my face for the past couple years now, besides just a little bit of like oil. I put a little bit just to moisturize like in the evening. But this is really amazing and I was really excited to share with somebody. Somebody's got to care. But isn't this pretty? Isn't it so pretty? I love it. So anyways, that was my fun, exciting thing to share with you guys that nobody asked for. I'm going to bring the other face wash and moisturizer I use. I think it's comparable. I think you can get away with just buying this serum. I did want to ask you, because Lex said she did find another couple because she's been using this for a while. Good judge if you look at after a couple months. Yeah, definitely. So see how long you can get away with this. But Lex said there is another kind of like store brand kind of knockoff that she said was very similar, she felt, to the wash, the face wash and the moisturizer, and then just purchase the serum if you're trying to, you know, save a little in it. So I'm super excited. Very, very fun stuff. Anyways, algae extract. Anyways, that's my fun, exciting business for the weekend. Yeah, because I use my e-cloths, my microfiber cloths, to wash all the stuff off my face and exfoliate. But I'll be honest, I've kind of gotten trapped into some of those, what is it that like, I'm going to get it wrong, the South Korean, like 7-step face care videos on all right, bye Lex, we'll see you in a few. Drive safe, you guys. But those videos on YouTube where they go through with like all of the different things, and I've been like, oh my god, 12-step, thank you, not 7, because it's a 7-day challenge. But yeah, the 12-step face care things, I'm like, oh, I want to do that so bad. I don't know why, but yes, I love my e-cloths. Everything's so clean. I use them for everything though. My magic cloths, that's what the family calls them, because I don't let anybody touch them. My magic cloths. Yeah, all the different videos with all the different stuff, but I'm not buying all those things. There are some cool kits. I have noticed that I break out a lot less using them. I even had Travis start using them, and it was amazing, like how his face really started to clear up quickly when he started using it. I'm sure there's science and different things. No, I mean, I know some people, it probably depends. I mean, there's probably so many things that depend on all of that. But I started noticing with the e-cloth, that's why I started just using water and the cloth. And I felt like my skin really started to clear up because I felt like it just leaves it to like naturally balance itself a lot better. And I just put a little bit of like a rosehip oil on, here's something on my wall, on my face, and then when I'm done to give it a little moisturize it up. Well, these ones, they don't have yeah, and they don't they have, what is it, the silver charged neurons or I don't know, whatever in it that help keep all of the bacteria and stuff out and clean everything out. It's kind of exciting. So now Brandon, yeah, there you go. Brandon's finishing up for church. You guys have to come join us for that tomorrow. I'm really super excited. I'm going to go put together the kids video, which I'm really excited to share. I shared in the video that went up today, this bread recipe, which I don't think I posted the link. I forgot. I told you guys the recipe, but I didn't post the link. But I think I found like a bread recipe we're going to stick with for a while. Yeah, Brandon's freaking out. He'll be fine. He just freaks out and sits there and jams. And I'm like, honey, you know all of this stuff. Travis does it too, and Lex and I just roll our eyes at them. They've got it. Everybody will be here in a little bit. He won't get to stress out. So, but made this delicious bread. Oh my goodness. That's like what we all ate for breakfast this morning. It was so good. So, probably have to make some more of that tomorrow, but we've got church. That video went up today. I'm going to put the kids stuff together, finish vacuuming my house because I didn't do that yesterday. What did I do? Oh, we ran errands yesterday. Yeah, Holy Spirit takes over. He's got it. He just feels, well, I think it's because he just really wants to make sure that he's really serving the church and doing all that he can possibly do. So then he just gets, I think he gets himself a little worked up that he's trying to make sure he has like all of the things for all of the people, and just kind of stresses himself out. I let the bread bake for about 30 minutes. I set the timer just because I hadn't made that recipe before, and I felt like I was starting to get that, you know, like when you're baking stuff, you can always tell when it's done because that's when you start to smell it. So I kind of got like, oh, should I take it out already? And there, I looked on the timer and there's 1 minute to go. So I think that like 35 minutes. Oh, dude, 8.5 hours from your house to ours. Yes, I think your next trip should most definitely be to North Carolina, Shannon. That would be amazing. That would be so stinking fun. No, it is true. Brandon says he's been listening to R.C. Sproul and Paul Washer and Steve Lawson this week. It is a duty to lead the church, and it should be taken very, very seriously. So that is very important. But then at the same time, honey, I think you start to stress yourself out because you are doing a great job. But you should always stay in that focus of making sure you're doing a great job. So that's where it all comes together. So yeah, the bread was absolutely delicious. We loved it. We totally ended up eating the first loaf. Yeah, he is insanely, you guys, he does not, I keep telling him that like Monday's his off day and he spends all day Monday down there studying. But honestly, since he started seminary, however many years ago, 5 years ago. Hey, Kay, I'm so glad you got to hop on. Since he started seminary, you guys, he does this every single day. There's never a day that he is not in his office reading and studying and watching and learning to some point. So it's just what he does all the time. So obviously starting a church isn't going to be any different. But we've got that bread recipe that I shared in today's video, you guys. It is so stinking good. And it was really, really easy. So even if you're like new in wanting to make bread and you've never made bread before, it's such a simple recipe. And especially if you do have some kind of stand mixer, I literally turned it on for like 10 minutes, flopped it out, put it in the pans, like called it a day. It was so simple and easy. So it could definitely be one that you make, 3 times a week or every day, however often you need bread. And if you're using all organic natural ingredients, and especially you can like sprout your flour and different stuff like that, it really makes it so much healthier for your body to process. So that was super exciting. We all had that, but I'm going to need to make more because I noticed anytime I kind of go through phases where I make bread more than others. And if I haven't made bread for a while, I feel like my family eats it up really, really, really fast. But then once we get used to having homemade bread all the time, I feel like it doesn't go quite as quickly. But this one was delicious. And it just had the yeast, water, salt, honey, and whole wheat flour. That's all that was in it. And it was delicious. I love baking with honey. I think it makes such a difference in how things taste. So this one was, I think, for sure my favorite. Yeah, any stand mixer makes it easy. Bread, totally. I agree, Kay. It does not have to be intimidating. And it's one of those things that if you can get good at baking even a type of bread, it's one of those things that like people are always impressed by when there's fresh bread. But it's amazing. it really isn't that hard. If you have to knead bread yourself, like I did not have a stand mixer for the longest time, and I would still make bread and all of the things by scratch. It is nice if you're going to do it all the time that you can just kind of dump it all in. I got a really nice, it's like the one step before being the professional line of the KitchenAid mixer that my stepdad got me for my birthday a couple years back. So it is nice. I use it and I make all of the things in it. But if you don't have one, I mean, even kneading bread and teaching the kids to do it, kids can totally do it. It really is not that intimidating. It's pretty easy. So I think this recipe was a great one just because it didn't have a long rise time. I flopped it into the pans, put it in the oven for 20 minutes with the oven on like 200 degrees just to be warmed up. It doubled in size. I flipped it up to 350, let it cook for 35 minutes, and it was perfect. So it was a really, really, really easy one. Love making bread. And then it's amazing because it's so much more, if you make a bread, especially a whole wheat bread, it is so filling. It is so dense, just with nutrients. Like we all ate for lunch yesterday, I think like 2 pieces of bread, and we were like, oh, we're not even really hungry for anything because it's just so filling. I'm like, this is how, like when you read like the book Heidi, they sit down to eat and they have a slice of bread and a bowl of milk. And it's like, really? How can you just eat that? Hey, Eric, I'm so glad you're on. It's good to see you. But yeah, when you eat like nutrient dense food, you realize like, oh, you really don't even need that much and you're completely full. So anyways, that was super duper exciting. But Sherry and them are coming up today. And so I do need to go. I need to finish vacuuming. I've got to start putting together the video for the kids' church tomorrow. But then I need to go to the store because I didn't do it yesterday. And finish grabbing together, which when I go out to get our lunch, because today's burger day, and we have the provisions to do that, which is awesome. So thank you, all of you. But we're going to be able to get some things and have our Sabbath meal with Sherry and Jonathan and their girls today. And so that's always fun when people come up and do that, which I guess I should have probably asked Lex if they were going to stick around for dinner. I did not do that. And that would make sense. So I should probably go text her and ask her to see. So anyways, that's super exciting. I'm excited. And tomorrow's going to be a busy, busy day. I made challah bread for the first time this week for a New Year's Eve Sabbath, and it was delicious. The recipe said you could also make it with poppy seeds or raisins. Have you ever tried that? I have never put anything into our challah bread. I know you totally could. It is such a great recipe because it's so easy and works so well, but I have not put anything into ours. I've stayed very plain and boring every time. I think because everybody enjoyed it so much, I was like afraid to mix it up. My family can be a little picky, but Brandon just said that sounds amazing, so maybe now I'll have to try it. Oh, I'm so glad you got to hop on here. No worries. I know it's so hard with doing live streams and stuff. We found this like for the church as well. Trying to find something that works for everybody in all of the different time zones is so difficult. So it's kind of hard, but that's okay. We do what we can, right? You guys can go back and watch if you want to. Not that we've had anything terribly exciting besides me sharing off my little goodies I was gifted that I love. But, ooh, golden raisins for Rosh Hashanah. Yes, many people will do that. They go through Rosh Hashanah adding extra honey or the golden raisins, things that are sweet like that for the celebration is super exciting. Oh, good. You guys do get a rewatch. Awesome. So, yeah, I've got to go run to the thing and do that. Okay, I know that I've been talking about how excited I was about the new grocery store too often. When Sherry messaged, we were texting this morning, and she was like talking about, are we doing Sabbath and what we need to get and a couple different things. And then she was like, ooh, because I have to go to your new grocery store. I was like, yes, the one I blogged about, our new grocery store, which I love. And I told Brandon, I told him that you said that, and he was like, oh my goodness. My mom, though, when she came to visit for Hanukkah, she was like, can we make sure can we just go get anything so we can go to the new grocery store? So I love that, you talk about it a lot when people are coming to visit and they're like, can we hit up the new grocery store? Lex had mentioned something about it too. She's like, I've got to get over to your new Ingles. Guys, come on, let's be for real. We are all of the age where skincare and grocery stores are the most exciting things ever. Hey, Tamra. Oh, poor Chloe had a 2-hour meltdown. That's so hard. Poor thing. Hey, Chloe. I hope you guys can have a more peaceful rest of your day. Hopefully she's feeling a little bit better now. Tamra, I've just been lifting you up in prayer. You are on my mind, like round the clock. And I've just been thinking about you guys so much lately. Yeah, when you live in a small town and a new store shows up, man, that's exciting. That's just really cool stuff. We got next to the new grocery store is a Burke's Outlet, which I didn't know what that was. And so hi Zoe, we went in there and checked it out when I made Brandon come check out the new grocery store. Hi Zoe. And it's like a TJ Maxx. I didn't know that. It's really exciting. It's super cute. Hi. You guys just wait. You think I'm excited about the new Ingles? Get an Aldi in town, which the Aldi, they've started like clearing the land for it. Who's here? What are you doing? What are you doing, Pup? Were you outside chasing chickens? I think you were. I think you were outside. We used to have a Burke's, but it closed. I wait the day we get a Starbucks. I know. I have a love-hate relationship with Starbucks, but I don't know. It is kind of nice to have one. And so there's one in the grocery store, and that was kind of like a super exciting. Sherry, I don't remember. Do you like Starbucks at all? Because when you said that about going to the grocery store, I was like, maybe we'll have to go get a coffee and grab some groceries. Yeah, we're in that. But I know there's some of you that are in the boonies even more than we were. And even like when we lived in Georgia, you had to drive like 30 minutes to even get to like a Walmart. And then I know there's one of you that's like, she's like, the closest Walmart's like 45 minutes away. So you know you're in the boonies. We at least have that in town. But like Sherry was at stop. What? Sherry was at Target the other day and was messaging me. I'm like, I have not been to a Target in years. What do you mean, dog? See, Brandon, you're not up here, so now she's doing it to me. Hi. What? Can I help you? What? Oh. Yes, we've been can't talk. We have been incorporating. No, she just came in. She was chasing chickens, honey. We have been incorporating more plant-based meals. I have noticed, honestly, to get my family into eating more plant-based. The next big town is like 25 minutes, so I have access to at least that. I've noticed that by...
Oh, hang on.
Hey,
Are you doing it live?
Yeah, I'm just about done. I've noticed that by making little changes, instead of taking stuff away first, I've just been adding in more different plant-based things. I feel like that's helping as we kind of like move through this process. And like we've been out of smoothie stuff for a couple of days and we are dying, huh? We all miss having our smoothies. But I feel like by making these changes, we're like, hey, instead of having this meal, we're going to switch over and
It's just so cool.
I know it is so cool. But you know, we're gonna have these, you know, veggie smoothies and you know, just switching out some of these things and then just adding more plant-based stuff into our recipes. I think it's really making
Is Sherry here?
Sherry, they're here, they're driving them. Does she want out again?
Pup, do you need to go potty? Is that what you want? Stop biting my leg. That's not how you go outside. Come on, baby.
Shh, quiet though.
Potty.
Yes, I have it on my phone, so I'll try to put the recipe in, like I verbally said the recipe while I was making it yesterday on the video, but I will try to go back in yesterday's vlog and paste the links up so you guys have, you know, all of the info and not just me rambling. But it was really, really good. Brandon, I yelled at him multiple times and was like, you need to stop eating all of the bread. Because it's delicious, but if I do not monitor you guys, you're going to eat it all up right away and it's never going to last to even get to a point where we can make a sandwich or have a piece of toast. But Brandon and I did, like last night, we watch a show together in the evening. It's like, shh. Okay. But yeah, I have to like stay on them so they don't eat it all up right away.
Did you play? Yeah, I really like the bread.
Mm-hmm. It's really good. What's up?
It says, Mom looking at the way. Don't look at the floor.
Oh, yes. So that's what Virginia said. She said, Mom, instead of you working and doing weddings, you could make your bread and sell it at the store. Because she said it was so good that I should take it to
Give me
Walmart.
about like $10.
Well, that's
maybe
what
more.
Virginia said. She
Yeah,
said
but-
I should make the bread and take it to Walmart and sell it for $10.
What number is 10?
10.
Well, people could do that, right?
I don't know if people would buy $10 loaves of bread, but
Hey,
that would be cool.
You can make it cheaper, like $5 a loaf.
Yeah,
What?
maybe do
8
that.
plus 8.
Isn't that how much it is at Walmart? Like to get it.
I mean, to get an organic loaf of bread, it is like $5. So
So
honestly, it really isn't too far off. Like Brandon, your convict bread that you
You
love,
can
I
make
think it's
about,
like
like,
$5.
$30 a day, maybe.
Make maybe $30 a
Isn't
day. That
it
would be
so
helpful.
cool?
Yeah.
But we would have to calculate. There is a farmers market. We would have to. It's a small one, and they don't. I don't remember the schedule because it isn't huge, but there is one. But we'd have to calculate how much it costs us to make the loaf of bread
Wait, how
and
much
subtract that, right? How much the flour and the yeast and the flour. There's the flour, honey.
Well, if
costs.
you made it like maybe a couple, like twice a week, maybe. They're just
Um,
rambling about
Lily's sweater is super cute.
Thank
She
you.
got it from Lex's daughter, Kaylin. She gifted that to her.
And then I actually really like it because it's really soft.
It looks like something I would wear.
Read it.
Yes, everything's a homeschool lesson, right? Learning is everywhere. Why are the chickens running? Zoe's in the house, so it's not her. So who knows? Maybe we'll
Maybe
have
the
our own-
wolf's back.
I do love making
Yeah.
bread though. Like, and that's what you can learn
I
to
like
do.
eating the dough.
Yes, they love bread dough.
I just like doughy bread for some reason.
Do you
I don't know
like
why.
cold dough just for us?
No, I probably
I
need
like
to
to
cookie
make,
dough a
but
lot
Sherry and them are coming, so I need to go check our kitchen, put my list together, and go get the stuff that we need
I
for
found
Sabbath. I need to text
today.
Lex and see if they plan to stick around.
We're
or
doing
what they're
Sabbath
doing.
tonight?
Yes, Saturday.
Oh, they're coming Saturday too?
You're
Yes.
thankful. Be day.
Well, I know they're
It's
coming
getting
Saturday.
windy outside. So it was really nice and pretty, but now look at that like big black cloud that's rolling in the wind. It's
Hopefully there's going to be a storm like the big lightning storm we had. That was fun.
I
We
hope
like
Joey is okay.
I mean, I'm
Stay
terrified
for
of
Sherry.
it because
Yeah,
it's very
stay safe.
Stay
It's
for
scary.
Sherry.
Pray for Sherry on the road.
I want a
Virginia
tornado to
says.
come. I just don't want it to hit our house, but I want to.
You want to see a tornado?
Yeah, I like tornadoes for some reason.
I don't want Brian to die.
What is-
That would be weird.
Okay.
What was that movie we watched
Yeah,
that
would be
had the tornado?
Yeah.
Twister?
Twister.
Twist her.
No, it still has to
Twist
be there.
her.
Okay.
I'm the queen of jokes.
You're the queen of jokes. Yeah, the whole loaf of butter. All right, guys. I guess we should let you go so we don't. Oh yeah.
Your mom
Aldi.
is an angel.
You're so silly. So I need to go finish vacuuming. Message Lex. Go to the grocery store
Is Lex coming tomorrow?
today. And we will see you guys all tomorrow.
I just
Come and join us for church.
I
We
want-
have lots of fun church stuff.
Okay, something.
What do you want to tell them?
Yesterday, I found some money and then I had to return.
Oh
You
yeah,
lost
Gigi
it
did the
back.
right thing yesterday.
So yesterday we ran to the store and Virginia got super excited because she found $12 laying on the ground. She was so excited. She was like, "Look at me! I'm rich! I found all this money." We said, "No, we need to go
$1,000
turn it in to the lost and found because if you had lost your money, wouldn't you want somebody to
But
return it?"
I
We
don't
couldn't
think
find
anyone
people.
returned the Dollar Tree money because we went to Dollar Tree a lot.
So we went up and turned it in, right? And then
That was probably what the people did when they found my money. They probably
possibly.
thought,
So that was really good.
Karen
and very
says
proud of you
you're a
for
good
doing the right
girl,
thing
Gigi.
because that's important. And then we prayed that
So God is gonna give us like a reward.
We got Rice Krispie treats as the reward.
so the Lord will reward us for doing the right thing. And we can pray that hopefully the person who lost that money that they will go up to the lost and found and check
We're
and see.
going to Walmart to see if the person found their money.
So
Nice reward.
yep.
Yes, Rice Krispie treats are amazing rewards.
I don't think we've eaten a Rice Krispie treat in years. It's
I actually
oh,
had
you
it a
guys
couple
got that
weeks
one
ago.
at the thrift store
Yeah.
that one time.
Well, and $5.
Yeah, I
Who
have
has $5? Where do you have $5?
for my cat purse.
Huh.
I've had it for like months. That
Remember
grandma
the
gave to me.
$5 that counting?
Oh yeah, you spent your $5.
Mom,
Okay, guys,
I didn't.
we will not. Okay, we will not hold
We're
everybody hostage
blabbering.
about all the things. I'm gonna get you do babble about everything. All right, guys. I hope you have an awesome weekend. We're gonna go finish doing the things that we need to do, and get to see you guys tomorrow for church. So come and join us,
Yeah.
and
Peas.
peace, because you love
Or
everybody.
how does Bun say it? Peas?
Bun says peace, peace.
Peas,
And Olivia will be 2 next Friday, you
Yeah.
guys.
How many
Oh
days
my
you got for
goodness.
birthday?
She's
2.
No,
She
6.
grows too fast.
She grows too fast.
I sound
So,
like a parrot now.
today's
geez.
Saturday, so we got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 6 days.
6 days. You're 6.
Oh my goodness. All right. Bye, you guys. We'll see you all next week.
Bye. Bye.
Hopefully tomorrow
Bye,
for church.
everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Love you. Mwah. Bye.